Hello everyone, it's Lynette with Grammy Crochet. Welcome to my dining room today, and today we are doing another Hobbii sponsored video. I am so excited about this video. Hobbii asked me to do some yarn reviews on some of their yarn, and I was so excited to say yes. So they sponsored this by giving me the yarn, so there will be links in the description box below to all of the yarn. They are clickable links. I am not an affiliate, so I do not get paid if you buy anything, but clicking the links takes you directly to the yarns that I'm going to be talking about in the video. And so you can follow along and do that if you want to, or click them later. But I'd appreciate you clicking on them. It lets Hobbii know that I sent you there. So that's good for my channel. I appreciate that. And I did crochet with all of these yarns, and that allows me some experience with them because they are new yarns for Hobbii, and I'm real excited to show them to you. So let's jump right in. Now the first yarn that I want to talk to you about, the first yarn that I worked with, is called Honey Bunny Shine. Now this is a polyester yarn. It's 100% polyester. It does have a little bit of sparkle. Well, maybe you can catch some of that in there. It's nothing overwhelming by any means. You can't feel it at all in the yarn. So soft. I cannot tell you how soft this yarn is. And it works up so nice. Excuse me, it glides through your fingers, glides, and you don't have to crochet tight with it. I made amigurumis. Now, if you've not been to Hobbii before, it's just hobbii.com, and you can click on their yarns. They also have patterns, including free patterns. So I made this bunny. It's called Snuggle Bunny. It doesn't say who the author is, but I made 2 of these snuggle bunnies using this yarn. Originally, I misread the pattern and thought that I could make 1 bunny out of each yarn. I got 4 skeins. Thank God I got 4. I was wrong about that. And the bunnies have been gifted for Easter. But I do have a couple of little clips and pictures with my grandkid and my youngest granddaughter and her cousin with the yarn. But as you can see, I did use it. Now this one is called, it's available in, I believe, 12 different colors. This light pink is called Hint of Pink. And I did 1 rabbit, ears, legs, arms in this pink. And you know, it's so plush that you don't need to crochet tight. Excuse me, which is a problem that I've had in working with this type of yarn before, is that you have to crochet so tight that you don't get it, it makes it hard for me to work with. But it's so plush, you don't crochet tight and you can't see the fiber fill. It was amazing to me. So this is the hot pink. This is number 1, number white, or color white. Oh, the hot pink is color 50. This is a bulky yarn, considered bulky. It's 100 grams or 3.5 ounces, 120 meters or 131 yards. They say use a 6mm hook, or knitting needles, and a 7mm hook. I do believe I used a 5mm hook, but this is like snow white, like fresh fallen snow. I just really love it. And it is just so soft and works up so very nicely. The one thing I would say, this color is called Yellow Curd, and it is number 22. And you might be able to see a little bit of the sparkle in there. It would be such a nice, even sweater, scarf, cowl up around your neck. And this one is the lavender, which is number 63, and it's called Lilac. Of course, that's my favorite one because, you know, it's purple. Oh, there goes my battery. hold on, I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to plug my laptop back in. Anyway, this one is called Lavender. The only thing that I would, um, it's not a bad thing. It's just the yarn is kind of fragile for working with. Like if you pull it too tight, you will pull the fuzz off. So I would advise that you crochet looser versus tighter with this yarn. But I think you could make anything. I have this left over, and I kind of like, how can I incorporate that into like a winter cowl? Because you just want it up against your neck. You just want to be able to squish and love it. I did give the rabbits that I made to, as I said, my youngest granddaughter and her cousin. Each got one, and I will insert pictures at the end right here. A little bit of video from when I made them, and tried to do a video, but another story. So anyway, all of the women were like, where's my snuggle bunny? I want a snuggle bunny. This is so soft. They wouldn't let the kids have them for a minute. No, I just want to snuggle with it. It's just that soft and squishy when you make it into an ambi. It's a perfect amigurumi yarn. And they worked up quick and nicely sized and just wonderful, wonderful. I can't say enough about it. So let me insert the video clips and the pictures, and then we'll get back with another yarn. Started with the yellow and white bunny. Isn't he adorable? Or she, whichever, I don't know. It doesn't matter. But I started with the yellow, and I made the head and I made the legs. And this is how much yarn I had like that. They're just adorable. And you just really want to squeeze them. I totally love this yarn, and I love making the stuffed animals out of it, and I want to make more stuffed animals out of it. I had a friend over last night, and I showed her the bunnies. She said, oh, let me see the bunnies you were working at. And she's like, this is yarn? I said, yeah. So I showed her. I'm like, yeah, see? She's like, it doesn't look like yarn. It looks like fabric, like you made these out of fabric. I'm like, nope. I crocheted these little guys, and they're just so cute. So I will have links for this yarn. Again, the yarn is called, and I will show you right here. It is called Honey Bunny Shine. Honey Bunny Shine. At the time of recording, okay, I'm back. Excuse me. The next yarn that I got is a new one called Bingo. Now, I don't know if you're aware, but Hobbii does host a bingo game every Monday. It's 10 o'clock my time, which is Eastern Standard. I think it's 10 o'clock anyway. And they give yarn and yarn gadgets as prizes. And they have created a yarn called Bingo. Don't mind my letters, but it is called Bingo. It is 100% acrylic. It is a 2 weight. It's 100 grams or 3.5 ounces per skein, 280 meters or 306 yards. It says use a 3.5 millimeter knitting needle or 4.5 millimeter hook. I personally am using a 5 millimeter hook because I tend to crochet tight and I want to have a nice drape. This is a very nice soft yarn. There was a pattern in a crochet magazine a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago even, that I wanted to make as a summer throw, but they're using 4-weight yarn, and I thought, how is that a summer throw? That's so heavy. And then Hobbii said, hey, you want to try out this yarn? And I'm like, that's the perfect yarn. I think that'll be the perfect yarn for the summer throw that I want to make. So I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And I started it, but I started looking at the yarn colors there, of which there are, shoot, let's see, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 colors of yarn. So large selection. This one is, this one is number 12, And number 12 is called, if I can find my cursor, there it is, it's called Joyful Julia. So the yarns are named after the people that produce, go on the set, people that they talk about, people that you see, things that have to do with Hobbii Bingo. And Julia is one of the, I think Gia is the one that mostly does the bingo that I've seen, but I think Julia also hosts bingo sometime. Anyway, so this is called Joyful Julia, and it is one of the yarns that I'm using in the pattern. So you want to see, well, I have a slew of different colors, a slew of them, because this yarn, or this pattern, is, I'm just trying to stand them up so you can see them. Lots of different colors in the pattern. Now there is a main kind of color, which is the tan in this basket. So these are all the colors that I'm using, and I'll go through and tell you which ones they are by name so you can look and follow along. This is what the blanket looks like. Now, I do not have long tails. Don't think, oh my gosh, Lynette, leave in those ends or trim them or something. The blanket actually has fringe on the ends of each row. So when you see my fringe, it's a mess, but you know, you trim it. I think we add to it at the end. You add more strands to each strand to make the fringe, and then this is what it looks like. Isn't that awesome? It's a very cool pattern, and you restart each row. This is the bottom. It actually goes this way. I started with the tan color, which is this one, and the number is 3, and this one is called Cup of Tea. So you drink tea while you're playing bingo in the morning, and that is this color, and it's a really nice color, very neutral, not dark. It's a brownish tones to it versus yellow tones for a tan, but I really like it. And so that is like my main color in every other row is that color. And it is what I started with. So you start this pattern on the same side every time. And you leave this 8-inch tail. And then you get to the other end. And you leave another 8. I think mine are more like 12. But you leave this long tail. And then you trim them at the end. So every row you start on the right side, which is kind of a unique thing. I've never done anything where you did that. I've never made a pattern where you crochet every row on the start on the same round. Start on the same side of a blanket. So the next color that's in my blanket is this right here. Let me look at the color number. The color number is 21. 21 is called, can you see it? I can't get it to scroll. Come on, scroll for me, baby. Scroll for me. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Moneth the Cheerful. And that is a beautiful color. It works up really nice. Even for a thin yarn, you know, I had one whole evening trying to figure out the pattern. That's not the yarn's fault. Then I have the tan again. Then we go to this color here, this color number 6, which is called, now Amanda picked out these colors because she stole my blanket. Before I even started it, she saw that I was picking out yarn colors, and she's like, what you making? And so I tell her, and she says, oh, I want it. And she picked out the colors. So this one is called Gorgeous Gia. And as I said, Gia is usually the host of Hobbii Bingo. So this is my next color that I am using in here. And then we go to the blue. I don't think you can see. And there's a couple of blues. Yep, that's this blue, which is number 18. And it is called Coming of Age. There's maybe a little bit of fuzz to this, but I wouldn't really call it a halo. I guess I don't need to go in order of my blanket. Then I also have this color, which is number 17, and it's called Amazing Armando. It's like a steel blue. So you can see the difference in the colors in the blanket right here because they are next to each other. Let's see, then the next color I have, I love. This is probably my favorite one of the group, and it's called So Squishy. And it is. It's a squishy yarn. Considering specifically that it's thin, you wouldn't think it would have any like squishability to it. Then we have this one, which is number 20. Oh, I gotta scroll down again. Oh, can you get it in there? Number 20 is called Feeling Lucky. I really like this one as well. The colors are so gorgeous. And I have this pink. Where is it? Number 12. And it is called Joyful Julia. And we have, of course, this is my favorite color because it's a purpley color. Let me find it here. It is Hobbii Bingo Lover. And the number is 13. That's perfect for me, being it's a purple color. And finally, I have this green color, which is number 24, and it's called Theo Talisman. And I believe he is the photographer. He's the filmer when you play Hobbii Bingo. And just for playing, you get points. Points that you can use in their store. They have a point store. You can only get the things in the point store with your points. From buying yarn, you get points, and from playing Hobbii Bingo, you get points. And then you put your points together, and you get free stuff. And who doesn't want free stuff? I want free stuff. I love free stuff, particularly if it's yarn stuff. So this is my, you can see all the colors this way. I don't know why it wants to curl. I think that has to do with me. So anyway, these are the colors that I have and the yarns that this is what it's looking like. When I had every color in, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 colors, plus the base color, so 10. Once I had all the rows done, like to here, it's about 7 inches long. So it's going to take me a few weeks to get it done, probably, since my crochet time is not as great as it used to be. But it's a lovely, lovely project, and this is perfect yarn for a summer top, summer throw. It's going to drape really beautifully. I can tell already. I mean, it's not real big for draping yet, but it's wonderful. I love it. At the time of recording this, the yarn is $7.80 regular each skein, but it's on sale right now for $4.30 at the time I filmed. And you know, Hobbii graduates. The more you buy, the cheaper you get it for. So that is the bingo yarn. I haven't. I'm going to tell you, it frogs really well. I was having trouble with the pattern, and I had to frog the first row, I think, at least 4 times, maybe 5 times. And I reused that same yarn again and again, and the chain piece was fine, and then the first row I kept redoing. And it didn't, you know, the yarn looks just as good now as it did when I first crocheted. No bad things happening in there. So that's awfully nice. And like I said, frogging it was not a problem whatsoever. I know, because I did a lot of that. I like to say I'm a no frog zone, but I couldn't figure that pattern out for nothing. And I don't know that I did the pattern right, but it's working for me now. Whatever it is that I did to make it work for me, it's working for me. And I think it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful blanket when it's done. My daughter's going to be real thrilled to have it. I don't know that I'm going to let her have it. So the next yarn that I took, the new yarn that they have, is called Pearly Haze. This is really a nice yarn. It is chain spun, if you can see that. I love chain spun. This is a 4 worsted. Wait, I have, you can look at this. You can, let's see, it comes in 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 different colors. They are all very muted like this. This is a yellow. This is color number, I think, yeah, this is color number 21, and it's called pastel yellow. They're all real muted like that. So some of the colors on the website, it's hard to really tell, like, the difference in the colors. It's hard to tell even in, they're all so muted. They're all so subtle. That's a good word for it. They're beautiful, beautiful colors. So let me tell you a little bit about the yarn. The yarn is 73% viscose and 27% wool. They are 50, it's 4 weight. They are 50-gram donuts, which is 1.7 ounces, 110 meters, 120 yards. They recommend a 5mm knitting needles and a 6mm hook. Hand wash, and you can iron, but it says don't dry it. And I don't know what some of these symbols mean. But don't, it's a hand wash, but you can iron it. That seems funny to me. Anyway, this is soft. It's got a really nice shine to it. And it's elegant. It's a very elegant looking yarn. That was my best way of describing it. Now, also from the Hobbii website, I got this pattern. It is called Opal Stole. And I don't know if the designer's name is in here, but it's a free pattern. This is what the stitches look like. I think they were calling for, I don't remember what yarn, but I used a big hook, and this is what I made. This is now this color, let's just start with this, is number 10 Cappuccino. And this is what it looks like in the ball. Now, this is what it looks like worked up. And I just did this piece. And I have a little bit left. I don't know that it will make a full, this is a 1-row repeat on this pattern. So that's so awesome. I don't think that it's enough to do a whole nother row. What's in here? It might be. But it's very gorgeous yarn. It's very elegant. I was going to try to whip up a hat in the, a couple of hats in the knitting machine. That was the whole purpose that I wanted to get. I was just going to get this color and knit a couple of hats in the knitting machine. And the girls in Zoom said, no, get more colors because we want to see the difference because they're so subtle and you can't really. So I said, okay, I will get more colors. And then when I saw the yarn in person, I'm like, oh no, I'm not just whipping up some hats with this. I want to make a wearable. I want to make a wrap in it. It needs to go like out to a wedding or I mean, it doesn't have to be fancy, but I think it's a nicer yarn than just make a hat out of it. So that being said, I thought, well, I'll make this stole. I have 2 of each of these different colors. So I have the pastel yellow. Then this color is, let me find the color number. Color number 52, which is called Dusty Rose. It's a very, very pale pink. I hope you can get the pinkness out of it. Let's see. So this is the yellow and the pink together, which I think look really nice and springy. Then you can put the cappuccino in there. They look really nice together, but I think the cappuccino, there is a darker color that's like a winey kind of color. I did not get that. I just got the light pastels, but they're all very muted. It appears that they all have very muted tones to them like this. And this is where you can see that it's going to get tricky in knowing the colors and why my friend said get more of the color so you can help tell the difference. This color is called Nougat. It is a cream color. So if you put that up against the yellow and the dusty rose, you see, they're very, like these two, it's almost hard to tell them apart, even when I'm looking at them in front of me. And there's no pink in this color. As I said, this one is called Nougat. There's no pink in it, and I'm trying to get the best light I can. Okay, that gives you a really good color. And you can see here, they are different, but when you have them right up against each other, they're very, very similar. You know, they're just so muted. But it's a nice color difference. Let's see, that's this one. Then we have number 4, which is the lightest color, and this one is called Cream. So if you put the cream up against the nougat, you see they're very, you can see how they could go well together, right? And fade together so nicely. So I was thinking with this stole, I would go from the dark and go lighter in. And I have 2 of each, including, this is my favorite one, and it is the most colorful. This one is number 33, and it's called Peach. Duh. It is my favorite one out of all of them. I just don't know that I like the yellow with these other colors. I like it with some of the colors, but I don't like it with all of the colors. But the more I look at it together, the more I like it together. I just think the other colors have more of a brownish tone to them, where that one might, but look, I mean, it looks good there. You could add it into the stole if you so desired. I totally love the yarn. I totally love the pattern. And as I said, the pattern was free. I think it's so gorgeous. It has a little bit of a halo as well. There's just a teeny, I don't, maybe you can see it better in a lighter color. Just a teeny bit of fuzz. Just a little bits of fuzz here. You can see, yeah, there you can maybe see it better if I put the white behind it. Nope. Anyway, I sometimes have issues with some wools. Some wools, I don't really have, I wouldn't say an actual allergy, but I have some intolerances. Sometimes I can work with a wool, sometimes I can't. And the things that it does to me are different with every wool. If it's going to do anything, this wool bothers my skin. There's nothing wrong with the wool. It's me. I know it's me. It prickles my skin. Not in my hands because they're rougher, but when I put it up against, if I touch my fingers to my face, if I touch my fingers to my arm, if I touch the yarn to my arm, where my skin is more fragile, it prickles me. I get the same effect from cardboard boxes. I can't carry a cardboard box in my open arm. I can't wear this. There's no way that I can wear that. Very disappointing to me because this is beautiful. But my disappointment is your advantage because I'm going to put it all in a giveaway. I have this box. I'm not going to frog this because I really don't want to touch it anymore. And again, nothing terrible against the yarn. The yarn is fabulous, and I'm really disappointed. I'm very sad that I cannot make this. But I'm going to put this in a giveaway. The giveaway is sponsored inadvertently by Hobbii because they sponsored me, and I am giving this yarn away in the giveaway. So this is going to be a kind of, I guess, inadvertent Hobbii sponsored yarn giveaway. You will get all of the yarn. You can frog this or you can keep going. I will include the pattern if you want, but you'll get the yarn either way. The pattern was free. So you can have the pattern, the yarn, and my blessings. And I want to see a finished project if you know, for the winner. I am sorry to say that it's going to have to be, well, I'll do this. I will do, if the winner is out of the country, out of the U.S., I will give you a gift card. If you are in the U.S., you can have the yarn. And let me tell you, this yarn is, I didn't even tell you, it is on sale right now at the time of filming for $7.30 a skein, regular $11.20. So I have, I think, 4 or 5 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, maybe 6. Yep, I have 6 colors. So this is regular price, over $60 worth of yarn. No, 120. Over $120 worth of yarn because I have 2. So if you want the yarn, you know, I will do that. If you want, if you're out of the country, it will be a gift card for $50. If you prefer, and then I will draw another name for somebody that wants the yarn. So if you're out of the country, so this is what we're going to do. Now this video is not, this giveaway is, you gotta, you know, do all the YouTube regulations, all the state guidelines, all the giveaway stuff. And when you put your comment in, that's going to be, I love Hobbii, and you're either going to put US or, no, you're going to put, if you're from outside of the US, you're going to put gift card. No, I can't do that. No, you have to put I love Hobbii, and then you have to put gift card or yarn. If you're outside of the US, you have to put gift card. If you are inside the US, you can put either. But I am going to give away the yarn as well. So there could be 2 winners. One for the gift card, one for the yarn. Let's do that. So I'm going to search it by I love Hobbii. I love Hobbii. And that's how the winner is going to be picked. You'll be responsible for any taxes, duties, anything that goes like that. The gift card will be an e-gift card, so you'd have to pick a gift card from somewhere that I can give it to you electronically. Hobbii is inadvertently sponsoring this, but they're not really sponsoring it because they gifted me the yarn, so now it's mine. YouTube has nothing to do with it. It's not we're not doing any affiliate things or anything with YouTube. You have to be subscribed, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else that like is really important. I would have really appreciated if you go and look at these yarns and click the link below, but that's not a requirement. I couldn't even check if I wanted to. So that's what we're going to do. And I wish you all luck, and I am glad that you stuck around to the end. There's going to be a blurb about, you know, you're agreeing to all the regulations and everything that anybody, and legal mumbo jumbo that anybody has to do with anything yarn or, you know, giveaway related on YouTube. That's it. That's all I have for you. It's gorgeous. It's really gorgeous and soft. And I'm sorry to part with it. But my sadness is your gladness. So that's all I got for you today, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, sharing. Please share this out because other people might want to win the yarn as well. And happy hooking. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.